Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Beauty as Nature Intended. My name is Mel and today I'm going to be talking to you about what I do to keep my scalp healthy in terms of managing my sisterlocks. Now, I actually have seborrheic dermatitis, which is a really bad type of dandruff. Your skin, your hair, your scalp could come off in chunks in terms of the flakes. What happens is that your cell turnover, your skin cell turnover is a little bit faster on your scalp, and you could get a lot of flaking, and it could be quite embarrassing. It could be settling on your shoulders and so on, and it's not a nice thing to have to deal with all the time. However, I made sure that I consulted with a trichologist, and I did my research as well, and a little bit of trial and error I was able to find out what works best for me, and trying to work them into my regime of having Sisterlocks. Now, Sisterlocks doesn't recommend that you put different types of products in terms of products that can build up in your locks. So what I make sure to do is that I try my best to find products that don't have that effect, and if they do have that effect, find something that can cleanse it out as fast as possible. So I'm going to walk you through what I do. So taking care of your scalp, taking care of your skin period is both an internal and external job. And what I do is that I actually take a fish oil. Fish oil, taking your omegas, incredibly important. The one that I do take is Kirkland's fish oil. That's the one that I take. It comes in a very big container. I think this one, I have 400 soft gels in here, so that can more than suffice. So I take that. It's very easy to get it in your pharmacy, in any food store really, and if anything, you get it on Amazon. It's really good to take. I would say that, if you find a fish oil that actually works for you, use that fish oil. You don't necessarily have to go with this brand, but that's the brand that I use. Another thing is that I make sure that I am not mineral deficient, so I make sure to take my multivitamins. I realize that as I'm getting older, I really do need to pay attention to my supplementation, and so I really do take my vitamins seriously now. So every morning I do take my multivitamin, and I take my fish oils. So I make sure not to joke with that at all. The next thing that I do to make sure that my scalp is healthy is that I use an anti-dandruff, anti-flaking shampoo. The one that is the medicated one is this one. It's called Nizoral. And that's also an over-the-counter type of shampoo. It's not necessarily one of those shampoos that you just find. It's one of those ones you may have to actually go to a pharmacy. It can be an over-the-counter type of shampoo. So that's what I use in my scalp. I actually I dilute it in a spray bottle and spray directly onto my scalp. And I leave it there to sit for about 10 minutes before I rinse. And then right after that, I use Head and Shoulders. So, because they say that it keeps the flakes away. It's a dandruff shampoo, as we all know, and I use that directly onto my scalp. I try not to get it down my hair, but I use it on my scalp itself. So after I put on the Nizoral for 10 minutes, I rinse, then I put on the Head and Shoulders, and then I leave that for about 5 minutes, and then I rinse. Now, Head and Shoulders is a conditioning shampoo, so you have to be very careful how you're using it in your locks, because you don't want your locks to out, especially if they're in the new stages. So what I also do is that I don't really use the Sisterlocks shampoo because it does irritate my scalp, unfortunately. So I had to find something that works for me. What works for me is diluting African black soap in water and putting it into an applicator bottle like this, and putting it directly onto my scalp and down my hair. So I make sure that I braid and band, of course, because my hair is still in the teenage phase of locks, and I make sure that I work it through my hair. I work it through. I don't do that. I make sure that I squeeze and go down my hair when I'm doing it through the braids, through the bands. And that's what I do to make sure that there's no buildup in my hair. It's also very good for keeping the lint at bay, because I don't have a lot of lint buildup in my locks because of this solution here. Very simple. When you're getting the black soap, if you decide to go this way, try to get the one without the shea butter in it. Once you just get the regular black soap and you add it to water, you should be fine. The last thing that I use, especially around my edges, I get my most visible seborrheic dermatitis around my hairline. So I do use an anti-dandruff cream, and this one is called 5-star. And what I do is I take a pea-sized amount and I make sure that I apply it to my entire hairline area. And that tends to keep the flakes at bay, at least for 2 weeks, until it keeps me between washes, and I realize that the flakes are not as much, and the buildup on my scalp is not as much as it used to be. It has actually brought back a lot of luster to my hair, so I'm very grateful for that. Now, in between washings, what I do is I also make sure that I use a diluted Nizoral in the spray bottle, and I pull my hair back and I put it right along my hairline where I have my most visible breakouts, or my most serious breakouts, and I leave it there for the same 10 minutes. Then I would wash. If I have any itching or flaking in between washes, I actually isolate those spots and I put the shampoo directly onto the scalp there, and then I rinse. So that is what also keeps me in between washes. So I really hope that this information has helped you. So I'm just going to recap very quickly. I take a fish oil. This is the fish oil that I take. I put Nizoral directly onto my scalp, diluted in a spray bottle. I use Head and Shoulders directly on my scalp, not through my hair, diluted as well. And I use African black soap to wash through and make sure that that keeps my lint under control, and 5-star around my edges. So that is my routine. It really does help, and I have seen a huge difference in my scalp health. So I really hope that this information has helped you, and if it does, and if you try it, please let me know. Please look to comment, subscribe, like. I would really love to hear your feedback. So thanks once again, Mel from Beauty Nature Intended. Just remember once again to like, comment, and subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you next time.